everyone! Welcome to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Chen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School, Schools Division of Escalante City. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial. For your suggestions, especially on the topic for my next tutorial, please leave your comment below. Hope you learned something in my video lessons for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Stay home and stay safe.
Go forth, rise and shine to us all. Escalante Central Elementary School. You've entrusted us your vision. Building your dreams would be our mission.
Happy holiday everyone! How's your holiday vacation spent? I'm sure you have celebrated the holiday with your family and friends. But sad to say, your vacation is about to end because we will now start the second grading period for school year 2020-2021. We will discuss the first module for quarter 2 of Science 6. And this module comprises of 3 lessons. Yes, class, we will discuss 3 lessons for this week. First, the skeletal system. Next is the integumentary system. And we have the digestive system. Are you excited to learn all these body systems? Let us now discuss the first lesson for Module 1 this quarter. Skeletal system. Before we proceed, let us first answer the what I know part of your module. Direction. Read the following questions or items. Choose the correct answer from the given choices. Write your answer in your science journal or your science notebook. Okay, please get your science notebook now. Sa science notebook ka mo answer. If you have your module, you can find the what I know part on page 2. If you do not have copies, please eyes here on screen. Okay, ready? Do you have your notebooks now with you? Okay, very good. Again, write the letter only. Dili na ni siya ipasa, class ha. Ayaw na ipasa ang what I know part ni mong answer sa Biyernes. Sa notebook lang na ni mo isulat. O dili na siya ipasa. Okay? Kay ansiran ta naman na dayon ron. Okay? Are you ready? Let us now answer question number 1. The following are the functions of the skeletal system except A. It gives shape to the body. B. It serves as the framework of the body. C. It protects the internal organ of the body. Or letter D. It circulates oxygen and removes carbon dioxide. When we talk about except class, ang walay lapot, ang wala gasulti parte sa skeletal system. Write your answer in your notebook. Again, dili na ni ipasa. Okay, what is your answer? The correct answer for number 1 is letter D. It circulates oxygen and removes carbon dioxide. This does not describe skeletal system. Let's have number 2. Why is bone marrow important to the body? A. It stores much fat. B. It makes the bone strong. Letter C. It produces red blood cell. Or letter D. It produces new bone cell. Write your answer in your notebook. Write the letter only. What's the answer for number 2? The correct answer is letter C. It produces red blood cell. Number 3. It manufactures the blood cells in the body. A. Bone marrow. B. Blood. C. Blood cell. Or letter D. Hen's joints. What's the answer? The correct answer for number 3 is bone marrow. Very good. Next, number 4. Which body system that protects the organ of the body such as the heart, lungs, and the brain? A. Skeletal system. B. Circulatory system. C. Muscular system. Or letter D. Digestive system. What's the answer for number 4? What's your answer? The correct answer is letter A. Skeletal system protects the organs of the body such as the heart, the lungs, and the brain. Next, number 5. The skin is the largest organ in your body. Which of the following describes the function of the skin? 1. Protects the body from physical and chemical injuries. 2. Makes the skin darker. 3. Acts as sensory response. 4. Helps in the formation of vitamin D. 5. Regulates body temperature. Number 6. Carries the body weight. So, sa diin nila dira, ang ga-describe sa skin. A. 1, 3, 5, or 6. B. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. C. 2, 3, 4, and 6. Or letter D. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 5? So which of the following statements there describe the function of the skin? The correct answer is letter A. 1. Protect the body from physical and chemical injuries. 3. Acts as sensory response. 5. Regulates body temperature. 6. Carries the body weight. Next, number 6. What is the integumentary system made of? 1. Teeth. 2. Skin. 3. Bones. 4. Nails. 5. Hair. 6. Eyes. 7. Sweat glands. So, diin nila dira ang parts sa integumentary system. A. 2, 3, 4, and 5. B. 2, 4, 5, and 7. C. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, letter D. 1, 4, 5, and 7. Write the letter of your answer in your notebook. What's the answer? The correct answer is letter B. 2. Skin. 4. Nails. 5. Hair. And 7. Sweat glands. Number 7. What is the skin's natural oil? A. Sweat. B. Melanin. C. Sebum. Or letter D. Vegetable oil. What do you call the skin's natural oil? The correct answer is letter C. Sebum. Next, number 8. What system is composed of the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine? A. Digestive system. B. Respiratory system. Letter C. Circulatory system. Or letter D. Excretory system. What's the answer for number 8? The correct answer is letter A. Digestive system. Number 9. Where does digestion begin? A. Nose. B. Esophagus. C. Mouth. Or letter D. Rectum. The correct answer for number 9 is mouth. And the last number is where does final digestion take place? Again, number 10. Where does final digestion take place? A. Small intestine. B. Large intestine. C. Esophagus. Or letter D. Mouth. The correct answer for number 10 is letter A. Small intestine. Please count your score. Okay, what's your score? It's okay to have a low score because this is just a pre-test. All items that you've answered earlier will be discussed as we go along our discussion. So later on, we will have our assessment. Dito na lang kamubawi sa assessment. So you have to listen to our discussion carefully. Again, class, ang assessment ra ang ipasa katong giansira nimo ganina sa imong notebook, dili na to nimo siya ibutang sa papel. Okay? Kay dili na to nimo siya i-submit sa ACUA. Is that understood? Okay, very good. Let's have another activity. Directions. Read the statements carefully. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is wrong. Okay? No need to write your answer. All you have to do is to say your answer only. Isulti na lang ang imuhang answer. The what's in part of the module can be found on page 4. But if you do not have a copy of the module, please eyes here on screen. Understood? Very good. Let's have number 1. The heart is the organ of the body that pumps the blood. True or false? Again, no need to write your answer. Just say it. The correct answer is true. As you notice, the heart is pumping. That is how the heart pumps the blood. Number 2. The liver is the smallest gland in the body. True or false? That is the illustration or the image of the liver. The liver is the smallest gland in the body. True or false? The correct answer is false, because the liver is the biggest or the largest gland in the body. Number 3. The kidneys are two bean-shaped organs in the renal system. True or false? Obviously, the correct answer is true. No? Mura na silang beans class as you see here on screen. These are the kidney. No? The kidneys are two bean-shaped organs in the renal system. Number 4. The small intestine is the narrow coiled tube connected to the stomach. True or false? So that is an example of the small intestine. The correct answer is true, correct. The small intestine is connected to the stomach and it is described as a narrow coiled tube, no? Galambod-lambod nga mga tube plus, no? As you see here on screen. So this is how small intestine looks like. Number 5. The bones are important parts of the body. True or false? Correct. True. Number 6. The hinge joint are the joints that can be bent back and forth. The hinge joints are the joints that can be bent back and forth. The correct answer is true. Number 7. Ball and socket joints are the joints that allow circular and free movement. The correct answer is true. Number 9. The appendicular skeleton is composed of the 4 limbs. The appendicular skeleton is composed of the 4 limbs. The correct answer is true. Number 10. The axial skeleton is composed of the shoulder, pelvic girdle, backbone, skull, and rib cage. True or false? Correct. Again, what's your score? It's okay now because we will discuss all those as we go along. This time, class, gently press your knees. Kapa palihog ang imuhang tuhod. Done? Good. Bend your fingers and feel them. Okay, bend ko no? Just like you see here on the screen. And then feel it. And then, touch the top of your head. Ikapa ang imong ulo. Now, what do you feel? Unsa man ang imuhang nahikapan? Yes, ang kanang gahi class ng imong nahikapan. Correct. These are your bones. The human body is made up of different kinds of bones. And this forms the framework of your body called skeleton. The skeletal system gives the body structural support and shape. It holds the body as one and allows it to move freely. But what parts compose the skeletal system? And how does each part help the body in terms of form and movement? Would you like to know the answers of these questions? Okay, today we will explain how each part of the skeletal system works together. Are you excited? Do you have an idea, class, how many bones do you have in your body? Any guess? Is it 100? 200? 1,000? Are you sure? Let me give you a hint. Oh, isipa ko no. Pila na kabuok? Okay. We have 206 bones in our body, no, as adult. But at birth, no, infants have around 300 bones. Katong baby pa ta, baby pa mo. 300 kabuok na bones, no, sa tuang lawas. But as we grow old, no, and become adult, these bones fuse together. Meaning, nag-ikit, nahimo na lang usa. No? That's why 206 bones na lang ang nabilin. These bones work together as a system, and we call this system as skeletal system. Very good. Now, what are the functions of skeletal system? Para sa diin ang skeletal system? Are bones important? Now, we will find it later. Do you know what is this, class? Any idea? Yes, makita na ni siya sa kaobra og balay or building. This is a framework, no? Usually done when you are building a structure. This is very much related to our skeletal system, because our skeletal system serves as a strong framework of the body. Without this framework, the body might collapse as well as your structure or building. So kung wala guro ni mga bones, wala ni atong skeletal system, parehas guro tag mga ulod or mga snake. Nagsigira tarog kamang, no? Mga just like mga invertebrate animals. But what are the major functions of the skeletal system? The major function of the skeletal system includes body support. The skeletal system works as a body support for the whole body. It enables us to stand upright and maintain an erect position or posture. Makatindog kag tarong, makastand ka og straight because of the skeletal system. Skeletal system also determine the general shape of our body. Just like the male develop broad shoulder, no, lapad og mga abaga ang mga male. That's because of the skeletal system. While the female form a wide hips, no, mga balakang nila. Sa mga babayi, lapad and long limbs because of the skeletal system. The next function of the skeletal system is the facilitation of movement. The skeletal system provides an attachment for the muscles, which makes body movement possible. Because the bones are attached to the muscles, we are able to move freely. We can walk, we can jog, and we can run because of the bones and because of our muscles. Again, class, our muscles are attached to the bones. That's why we can freely move. The next function of your skeletal system is for the protection of internal organs. Okay, just like your skull here, no, in your head. This protects your brain, the very important parts of the body, and also the ribs, no? The ribs protect your lungs and your heart. Next, the skeletal system serves as storage of minerals and fats. The skeletal system stores important minerals like calcium and phosphorus, releases them to the blood, and these minerals make our bones strong. It is needed for the body to make protein for growth and cell repair. So that's how important our bones is, because it stores a lot of minerals and fats. Okay, one of the important functions of skeletal system is for blood cell formation. Our blood is composed of red blood cells, platelets, and white blood cells. Where do these cells come from? Yes, very good. In our bones, particularly in the bone marrow here. The bone marrow manufactures or produces the red blood cells and of course the white blood cells. So the red blood cell is the one responsible for giving oxygen in our body. So importante gid ni kaayo ang ato ang skeletal system dili lang sa pag-move or sa paglihok kundi sa pag-produce pa jud og different blood cells no for our body. Now, what do you think are the two types of skeletal system? Our skeletal system could be divided into two divisions. What do you think are they? Any idea? The skeletal system is mainly composed of bones, no, which are classified into two different divisions. The axial skeleton. The red part of the skeletal system in your screen are those included in the axial skeleton. And we have also the appendicular skeleton. Now, what particular parts no, are classified into axial and appendicular skeleton? Okay, let's start with the axial skeleton. The axial skeleton includes the skull, the vertebral column, or we call this as vertebrae, and we have also the ribs, okay, here. And we have the sternum. It is atubangan. These bones form the axis or the framework of the trunk and the head. Your skull, the vertebral column, the sternum, and the ribs compose your axial skeleton. Now, what are the parts of the appendicular skeleton? The appendicular skeleton includes the bones of the shoulder, the arms and the hands, the hips, and the legs and the feet. Now, these are the parts of the appendicular skeleton. So these are the different parts of the axial and appendicular skeleton. On this side, these are the parts of the axial skeleton. And this part is the appendicular skeleton. So as you notice, the skull, the mandible, or kaning ato abang suwang nga part, the sternum, the ribs, the vertebral column or the vertebrae are parts of the axial skeleton. And we have here the appendicular skeleton, the clavicles. We have the scapula, the humerus, the ulna here, and the radius. And we have the carpals and the metacarpals. Naa sa imuhang mga kamot, no? Bukog sa kamot. This one is sumpay sa imuhang wrist, the carpals, and this part is the metacarpals, and these are the phalanges. This one, nasa mga fingertips. And we have also the femur sa imuhang mga legs. And we have the patella sa imuhang tuhod, tubangan sa imong tuhod. And we have also the tibia. We have the fibula. And of course, the tarsals and the phalanges in your feet. Okay, the phalanges here, the metatarsals, and the tarsals. Okay, so again, these are the different parts of your axial and the appendicular skeleton. Our bones can be classified into four. We have the long bones, the short bones, the flat bones, and the irregular bones. And what are the examples of the long bones? Long bones includes femur, fibula, and humerus of the arm. And we have also the metacarpals and metatarsals. And we have the short bones. Short bones include the carpals in our wrist part. And then we have the tarsals in our feet. We have the flat bones. So examples are the sternum, here, this atong atubangan, in between sa atoang ribs. And of course, our cranial bones, we have our skull is also considered as flat bones. And we have also regular bones. The regular bones include the vertebrae, nasa atoang spinal column. So again, these are the 4 classifications of the bones, of the skeletal system. Okay, one of the axial skeleton is the skull. When you talk about axial again, class, this pertains to the center part of the skeletal system. And one of the parts that can be found at the center of the skeletal system is the skull. The skull consists of a cranium and facial bone. The cranium is made up of 8 bones joined together to form a rigid case that protects the brain. So the brain is protected by our skull. As you know, our brain is the very delicate organ, and it's very important since this controls all the body processes and this control our body movements. And the one that protects our brain is again the skull. The skull is part of the axial skeleton. The face is also made up of different bones, particularly 14 facial bones. The mandible or the jawbone, this one, the mandible, is movable bone that holds the teeth. Yan. So malihok na to ang mandible. Okay? So mandible is part of the facial bone. And again, it's part of the axial skeleton. Another part of axial skeleton is the spinal column. Okay? This one is the spinal column. The spinal column or vertebrae or the neck and backbone are considered as irregular bones that protect the spinal cord. And this is the example of the spinal cord. And this is the bone or the vertebrae that protects the spinal cord. The spinal cord is connected to our brain. This is the passageway of all messages that coming in and out from our brain. Okay? Kung wala ni ang spinal cord, messages cannot be transmitted and the brain cannot process or interpret all the messages sent to it. Walay agianan ang atoang messages kung wala si spinal cord. Okay? So it is protected by different vertebrae. Now, there are 33 vertebrae in the spinal column of a child. But as we grow old and become adult, it becomes 26 na lang. This is because as the child grows, the last 7 bones join together. Ang katong 7 kabuok nag-usa na lang to form just 2 bones. That's why we only have 26 vertebrae as we grow old. Another part of the axial skeleton is the rib cage. Okay? The rib cage protect the lungs and the heart. The ribs are the bones at the side of the chest. And there are 12 pairs of ribs that protect the heart and our lungs. The upper 7 pairs, this one, are considered true ribs, because they are connected to the breastbone. And the last 2 pairs, this one, nasa ubos, are not connected. Wala nag-connect on. Let's see. So these are called floating ribs. Okay, let's have the parts of the appendicular skeleton. We have the scapula. The scapula is the shoulder bone found at the back of your shoulder, as you see here on the screen. Okay, this is scapula. Okay, this one. And we have the pelvic bones. Okay? The pelvic bones support the lower part of the body and aid the movement of the legs. So, tungod sa pelvic bones, makalakat ka og tarong. The next part of the appendicular skeleton is the humerus. Here, this one. The upper arms have long bones, and this is called humerus. Okay, we have also two bones in our lower arm, and these are called the radius and ulna. Now, the radius or the radial bone is one of the two large bones in the forearm. This one. No? So again, this can be found in the lower part of your arm. Okay, radius. And we have also ulna. This one. Ulna is usually slightly longer than the radius. Medyo taas-taas lang ni siya gamay sa radius. Now, the wrist connects the hands to the forearms. No? So, if this is radius and this is ulna, okay, the carpal or each wrist, this one, is consist of 8 bones. And the palm or the metacarpals, this one, okay, consist of 5 bones. What are found inside the bone? Now, as I said, inside the bone are bone marrows, no? That are very important in manufacturing or producing blood cells for the body. No? This one is the bone marrow. Okay? It produces stem cells, which are red blood cell, platelets, and white blood cells. Now, we have two types of bone marrow. The red bone marrow and the yellow bone marrow. The red bone marrow is found in the humerus and femur, pelvis, and vertebrae, while the yellow bone marrow is found in many other bones. Again, the red bone marrow is found commonly in the humerus, no, the upper part of your arm, the femur, the pelvis, and the vertebrae, while the yellow bone marrow is found in many other bones. Okay, that's it, class. That's about the skeletal system. And I guess you are now ready to answer the next part of the activity on your module, the what's more part. The what's more part could be found on page 8 in your module. But if you do not have copies of the module, please eyes here on screen. Activity 1, directions. Study the name of the bones inside the box. Classify them into axial or appendicular. Again, no need to write your answers for this activity. Okay? Just say your answers. So, you are given names of the bones inside the box. All you have to do is to classify it or to classify these words to axial and appendicular. So, let's start with axial. Okay, what do you think are the words or the name of the bones that can be classified as axial? Anybody? O isulti lang ko, no? Now, the parts of the axial skeleton include the skull. We have the ribs. And we have the spine. How about the appendicular skeleton? Yes, of course, the humerus, the carpals, the femur, the tibia, the scapula, the tarsals, and the ulna. So again, the parts under axial are the skull, the ribs here, and the spine at the back. No? The appendicular skeleton includes the humerus, the upper part of your arm, the carpals here in your hands, the femur in your legs, the tibia also, the scapula at the back of your shoulder, the tarsals in your feet, and we have the ulna here. Okay. Next, activity 2. Explain briefly how the skeletal system works based on their functions. Again, just say your answers. No need to write, no? Because there are lots of activities pa, no? Because this is just lesson 1. And I want you to listen only so that later on in our assessment, you could answer. Okay? That's why, dili ta pa kamo pakapuyon og sulat. Just listen very carefully because we will answer it orally, no? All the activities. So the function of the skeletal system support the body. So explain briefly how the skeletal system work on this. Provides framework of the body. Next, B. Protect the internal organs. Correct. The skull protects the brain. The ribs protect the lungs and the heart. How about enable movement? Enable movement? Correct. Muscles are attached to bones, which makes body movement possible. How about store minerals? Correct. The skeletal system stores minerals like calcium and phosphorus to keep our body strong. And we have supply red and white blood cell. The skeletal system manufactures red and white blood cells. Specifically, on what particular part of the bone? Correct. In the bone marrow. Okay, let us now answer the what I have learned part in your module. The what I have learned part of the module could be found on page 9. No? But if you do not have copies of the module, please eyes here on the screen. A direction. Complete the paragraph below by supplying the missing words. Okay, again, just say your answer. No need to write. So class, expect ko nga sa Friday, wala na kayo'y daghang papel ipasa, no? Ang assessment na lang. Kaya ginasulti naman nato tanan ng answers, no? No need to write. Okay. I learned that the blank provides the structural framework of the body and protects internal organs such as blank, blank, and blank. The human skeleton consists of 2 divisions, the blank and the blank skeleton. So, may idea na kung sa'yo answer? Okay, biskan isulti na to ang answer. Just think also, no? Manumdum pug ka kung sa isabat. So, let's now answer the what I have learned part of your module. I learned that, correct, the skeletal system provides a structure framework of the body and protects internal organs such as the brain, what else? The heart and the lungs. The human skeleton consists of 2 dimensions or 2 divisions. Again, the human skeleton consists of 2 divisions, the axial and the appendicular skeleton. Okay, again, let's read all together. Go! I learned that the skeletal system provides the structural framework of the body and protects internal organs such as brain, heart, and lungs. The human skeleton consists of 2 divisions, the axial and the appendicular skeleton. Okay, very good. Let us now answer the what I can do part of your module. This could be found on page 9 also. Question number 1. Again, no need to write your answer. Question number 1. Knowing the functions of the skeletal system, could you imagine yourself without a bone? Explain your answer in at least 3 sentences. So, kung wala kuno kay bone, no, ma-imagine nimo walay bone? So, sa kay matabo nimo? So, explain in 3 sentences. I'll give you time to think for the answer for this question. Kung sa kay matabo? You ready? Oh, kinsay tupad nimo dra isulti ko no unsay imong sabat. Kung tupad nimo si mama nimo, o ikaw kuno isulti kuno ni mama nimo imong tubag ani nga pangutana. Knowing the functions of the skeletal system, could you imagine yourself without a bone? Okay, what will happen? Okay, sige. Again, no wrong answer, no? Imuha man ang answer. That's your opinion. So the possible answer for this is, without skeleton, we could not stand or even move, no? We would be unable to do anything. Our body would collapse, and internal organs like the brain, the heart, and the lungs would not function well, no? That's because wala na yung protector nila, no? Possibly, no? We will eventually die because the main parts of our body, such as the brain, the heart, and the lungs, is not protected anymore. Next, the table below shows some common bone injuries. Supply practices or activities that can help avoid these injuries. Okay, so si obrahon na to para dili ka magka-fracture. Okay, usa man ang fracture. Talk about fracture. Fracture is the break in the bone, no? So what will you do? Exercise and drink calcium-rich foods because usually na-break ang imong bone because you are lack of calcium. So you have to eat calcium-rich foods like milk, the cheese, and the green leafy vegetables para to make your bone strong. Dali na ma-break imong bone because wala ka ani nga mga sustansya. Next, about dislocation. When we talk about dislocation, it is injury to a joint. When we talk about joint is formed when two bones met. Just like the ulna here and the radius, and of course our humerus. No? So we have here the joint. Okay, now, what if there will be dislocation of the joint? So what will you do para ma-avoid ang dislocation? Sakita ana, no? Okay, you have to wear protective gear during contact sport. Usually, dislocation happens during mga heavy or rigid type of sports, no, when you're involved into it. No? Mga basketball, mga soccer. That's why, possibly, kung may mga accidents, there will be dislocation of joints will happen. You have to wear protective gear, no, when you do this. Next, we have the sprain. So, manang sprain. So, sprain is the ligament in a joint is stretched or natapilo ka. These ligaments are elastic tissues around the joints. Nanay mga ligaments din ha para, of course, kung wala na yung ligaments din na plus imong mga joints, sakit po na kay ihok. Now, once that ligament is stretched, no, kay natapilo ka, that's the time nga ma-sprain ka. So what will you do para dili ka ma-sprain? Okay, very good. You have to stretch before and after exercise. Importante jud na nga mag-warm up ka kay you are stretching your joints, your body before having mga physical contact na mga activities. That's why dili jud ka dapat basketball dayon, magduwa dayon, magdagan-dagan dayon, dapat stretching usa because without stretching, without warming up your body, possibly, no, when you do running, when you do physical contact, when you do physical activities, when you do sports, usually sprain code or matapilok ka. And then, ma-stretch ang imuhang mga ligaments. Okay, we are done with our skeletal system. Now, the first lesson for our Module 1. And let us now proceed to the second lesson. No, the integumentary system. The integumentary system is composed of organs that forms the external covering of the body and protects it from many threats from our environment. Without it, our muscles, other internal organs will be exposed to outside environment. Now, what particular organ of the integumentary system covers your body? How does it protect you? And what are the different parts of this system? Would you like to know more about this? Okay, this time we will explain how each part of the integumentary system work together. Now, before you proceed, let us first answer the what's in part of this module. Direction. Using the clues, fill in the missing letter for the correct answer to form the correct word. No need to write it. Okay, just say your answer. The what's in part of the module could be found on page 12. Number 1, the blank, which have letter N. No? You are given N as the last letter of the word. This, we are looking for a 4-letter word. 1 letter is given to you, the last letter, which is letter N. So, is the largest organ of the body. Oh, pili lang ka na sa box. What's that? Okay, very easy. The correct answer is the skin. No, is the largest organ of the body. Number 2, the outer layer of the skin is the blank. What's that? Letter E is our first letter. Oh, wala naman no. Obvious kayo no. Wala na may letter E na uban sa box. The correct answer is the epidermis, the outer part of the skin. Number 3, the hair, the 2 nails, and the blank are also part of the skin. We have letter F as the first letter. Obviously, that's the answer. Fingernails, no, are also part of the skin. Ang imuhang mga kuko, no, part po sa skin. Number 4, the blank as waste product of the body. The correct answer is correct, the sweat. Ang imong singot, no, waste product na class. Okay, hugaw, no? Naninggawa sa imong pores. Kanang pores class, kanang mga bangag-bangag sa imong skin. Dira na gagawas ang hugaw, which is your sweat. They are tiny holes in the skin where tiny hairs are located. Okay, the pore, no? The tiny holes, mga gagmay-gagmay nga mga bangag sa skin. Sa kung diin, makita ang mga buhok, no, or balahibo sa ato ang lawas. Okay? You got the perfect score. Okay? So again, we will discuss all of those as we go along. The integumentary system is composed of organs that form the external covering of the body and protect it from many threats such as infection, abrasion, and radiation damages. In humans, the integumentary system comprises the skin acting to protect the body from the damages from the outside. It also made up of specialized cells that secrete melanin to protect the body from the harmful effects of the ultraviolet rays from the sun. Sweat glands that excrete waste and regulate body temperature are also part of the integumentary system. To familiarize the parts of the integumentary system, let us have this activity. Now, analyze the picture of the skin and answer the following. The first question. The outer layer of the skin is called? Ano lang kapili sa picture? Correct. The epidermis. Again, the epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin. Next, number 2. It is known as the layer directly below the epidermis. What's the answer? Correct. Obviously, dermis. Number 3. Beneath the dermis is the blank, a layer of connective tissue that stores fat and helps the body in retaining heat. Correct. The hypodermis. The blank is a tabular structure located in the skin whose function is to and produces sweat. Obviously, the correct answer is sweat gland. Okay, the last one is the blank is the opening upon the skin of the hair follicle, which extend downward through several layers of the skin. Obviously, the correct answer is the pore of the sweat gland. Okay, for you to know more about integumentary system, I prepared this video presentation for you. Let us all watch this. Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Ischen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School, Schools Division of Escalante City. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial. This time, I will teach you how to describe the parts and functions of the integumentary system. The integumentary system consists of skin, hair, nails, glands, and nerves. Its main function is to act as barrier to protect the body from outside environment. It also helps to retain body fluids, protects against diseases, eliminates waste products, and regulates body temperature. In order to do this, the integumentary system works with all other systems of our body. Each of them has a role to play in maintaining the internal conditions that a human body needs to function well. The integumentary system serves as one of the first lines of defense of our body against pathogens. Hair helps keep you warm. Facial hair reduces skin exposure to UV rays. Hair in the scalp protects the head and the skull from abrasion. Glands release oils for moisture and protection. Gland is an organ in the human or animal body that secretes particular chemical substances for use in the body or for discharge in the surroundings. Glands release substances through pores. Main glands of the skin are the sweat glands and oil glands. Nails give structure to the end of our fingers. Nail protects fingertips and toes from injuries. Nail helps sensing the environment. Under the nails are nerve endings for sense of touch. Nerves send and receive messages to the brain. The integumentary system has many functions. Most of them are involved in protecting you and regulating your body internal functions in a variety of ways. First, protect the body's internal living tissues and organs. Second, protects against invasion by infectious organs. Third, protects the body from dehydration. Fourth, protects the body against abrupt changes in temperature. Fifth, helps in disposing waste materials. Sixth, acts as receptor for touch, pressure, pain, heat, and cold. Seventh, stores water and fat. The skin is the largest organ of the body. The human skin is composed of different essential parts such as epidermis and the dermis. The skin outer layer is called epidermis. It is composed of layers of flat and dead cells. These cells contain keratin, a substance that blocks water and microorganisms from entering the skin. The skin has tiny openings called pores. Pore is a part of the skin where sweat and oil leaves the body. Found at the bottom of the epidermis is the melanin. Melanin determines the color of the skin. It protects skin by absorbing the ultraviolet rays from the sun. More melanin, the darker the complexion, the more protection from the sun. Skin middle layer is called dermis. The dermis is the layer directly below the epidermis. This layer is 15 to 40 times thicker than epidermis. It is composed of connective tissues to prevent the skin from tearing and enable the skin to return to its normal state after being stretched. The hypodermis is the layer beneath the dermis composed of connective tissue that stores fats and helps the body in retaining heat. Sweat glands are small tubular structure of the skin that produces sweat. The hair root is the part of the hair below the surface of the skin. It is the part that includes and interact with many other associated structures within the dermis and hypodermis layers of the skin. The hair shaft is the visible part of the hair that protrudes through the skin. And that's all about your integumentary system. Hope you gained something on my video tutorial. Again, my name is Mr. Jem Raymond Ischen, Master Teacher 2 of Escalante Central Elementary School, Schools Division of Escalante City. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated on my future tutorial. For your suggestions, especially on the topic for my next tutorial, please leave your comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay home and stay safe. Okay, I hope you understand better what are the parts and what are the functions of integumentary system in our body. Now, for that, let us answer the what's more part of your module. And this could be found on page 15. Okay, again, dili na isulat ang answer. Isulti na lang. Describe the parts of the integumentary system. Okay, based on the video presentation you watched earlier, could you describe now the parts of the integumentary system? Okay? Now, the skin protects the body's internal living tissues and organs against invasion by infectious organisms. The hair helps keep the body warm. The nail gives structure to the end of our fingers and protect from injuries. And the glands release oils for moisture and protection. Explain how the parts of integumentary system work together. Explain how these parts of integumentary system work together. Okay. The integumentary system consists of skin, hair, nails, glands, and the nerves. The skin acts as a barrier to protect the body from the outside environment. It also helps to retain body fluids, protect against disease, eliminates waste products, and regulates body temperature. In order to do this, the integumentary system works with all other systems of our body, and each of them has a role to play in maintaining the internal conditions that a human body needs to function well. Why is the skin considered as the first line of defense of our body against microorganisms? What do you think? Yes, because the skin is the part of the integumentary system that protects the body against harmful microorganisms. The skin is the external covering of the body and protects it from many threats such as infection, desiccation, abrasion, chemical assault, and radiation damage. Let us now answer the what I have learned part of your module, and this could be found on page 15. Okay, let us now identify the different parts of the integumentary system and its function. Let's have the parts of the integumentary system include the skin, the hair, the nails, the glands, and the nerves. And we have the functions of integumentary system. Okay, the skin protects the body's internal living tissues and organs. You have the hair. The hair regulates body temperature. The nails protects the body from injuries. The integumentary system protects the body from dehydration. And we have acts as receptor for touch, pressure, pain, heat, and cold. So these are the different parts and functions of the integumentary system. Let us now answer the what I can do part in your module. And this could be found on page 16. So again, isulti lang ang tubag, dili na isulat. Too much exposure to the sun can damage your skin. What should you do to protect your skin from sunburn? Yes, apply sunscreen before you spend time outdoors, especially when you go swimming in the beach. Apply first sunscreen before swimming. And if not, avoid going out in the hottest part of the day. Kung magduwa naman lang ka sa gawas, please avoid going out in the hottest part of the day, particularly 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So these are parts of the day considered the hottest. Now, one of the most dangerous diseases of the integumentary system is skin cancer. What would you do to avoid skin cancer? Okay, usually, ang skin cancer class, makuha na to siya sa too much exposure from the ultraviolet rays from the sun. So, di ka magpatama og painit. Okay, don't get sunburned. Sana na. And the other one is eat a healthy, well-balanced diet. So you have to eat healthy foods, no? To avoid cancer. Let's have the additional activities. We will now answer the additional activities now because the lesson or the module is quite heavy for you. So that's why ang assessment part na lang ako ang ipaansiran sa inyo i-pass. No? The additional activities will not be given to you but we will answer it all together. Okay? Now, the additional activities could be found on page 16. So, dili na ni siya ipasa class because we will answer your additional activities now. Read the following statement carefully. Write true if the statement is correct and false if the statement is wrong. Number 1. Too much exposure to the ultraviolet rays of the sun is good for the skin. True or false? Painit ka. Maayo daw? False. No? It can cause, as I said, skin cancer. Number 2. The fingernails must be properly trimmed to prevent the accumulation of dirt and other unwanted substances. Manghingukod yung kuno ka. No? To avoid unwanted substances. True or false? Correct. True. In keeping our skin, nails, and hair healthy, we must avoid using products with strong chemicals. Correct answer is true. Very good. Consulting a dermatologist regularly is highly encouraged to maintain good health of your integumentary system. True or false? Konsulta kang doctor, no? The doctor of the skin is called dermatologist. Correct. Number 5. Integumentary system is considered as one of the first line of defense of our body against pathogens, against microorganisms, harmful microorganisms. True or false? Correct. True. I hope you've already understood what a integumentary system is. And you are now ready to discuss the next lesson, which is about digestive system. We are now on the lesson 3 of our module, no? The digestive system. Did you ever wonder, class, how the food we eat breaks down into smaller pieces? This is now the work of the different organs of our digestive system. The substances which are needed by our body cannot be absorbed into our blood until they have broken down further into smaller pieces. Ang katong gipangkaon nato class, dili ito siya mapuslan kung dili siya matunaw. Makuha nato ang mga nutrients sa atong mga food kung matunaw na siya. Digestive system is composed of the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and the large intestine. Mauni sila ang mga organs na involved in digesting our food. These organs work together to break down the food we eat into smaller pieces for the use of our body. But what does these organs or parts of digestive system specifically do in digesting our food? How these parts work together? Do you want to know the answers of these questions? Okay, this time we will explain how each part of the digestive system work together. But before we proceed, let us first answer the what's in part of your module. All you have to do is to identify the parts of the digestive system. Again, this can be found on page 17 of your module. No need to write your answer, class, no? Isulti na lang imuhang tubag. I know the lessons we have for this week is quite heavy also, no? 3 body systems, no, in just 1 week. So that's why I just asked you to listen, participate in our discussion. No need to write your answer for this part. Sa assessment na lang na part ka mo answer later on. Let us identify the parts of the digestive system. So we have the mouth. Next, the large intestine. We have the small intestine. Next is we have the stomach. Next is we have the esophagus. And we have the anus. Okay, so these are some of the parts of our digestive system. Okay, what's your score? Okay lang na, no? Because we will discuss all those mentioned, no, parts of the digestive system later on. Whatever you do, class, running, walking, even talking, you need very good energy. And to have energy, you have to eat very good. You have learned that to get energy, you eat right foods. Before the food can be distributed and absorbed by the cells of the body, it must be changed first to a soluble material. No? Dapat matunaw usa siya. The process of breaking down and dissolving the food that you eat can be broken down and can be taken into the blood for the use of the body by the process called digestion. Very good. Again, the process of breaking down the dissolving food so that it can be taken into the blood to be used by the body is called digestion. The organs that do work for digestion make up the digestive system, and these include the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. Okay? For you to familiarize the parts of the digestive system, let us do this activity. Okay? Identify the numbered parts in the illustration. Number 1. Correct. It's the mouth. How about number 2? Number 2 is the large intestine. How about number 3? Correct. The esophagus. Number 4. Correct. The stomach. And the last, number 5 is small intestine. Very good. Now, please familiarize the parts of digestive system and where these parts located. Okay? The digestive system is composed of the mouth, esophagus, stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, and the rectum. And the process of breaking down the food into smaller one or simplest form can be absorbed for the body is called digestion. Actually, digestion starts in the mouth. Ang pagtunaw, class, nagasugod sa bakbak. No? Gamit ang atoang ngipon. The teeth cut and grind the food. Unsa man, ang part sa atong mouth ang gatabang para mas madali pagitutunaw ang atong ginakaon. Correct. The saliva ang laway, no? The saliva is a liquid in the mouth that moistens the food and changes starch to sugar. Yan. So, ang saliva ay makatabang class sa pag-digest sa ato ang food nga ginakaon. And the enzyme in the saliva is called thiolin. The thiolin, as an enzyme in the saliva, helps in the digestion of starch. And after that, gikan sa bakbak, diin man dayon sunod. Diin napit sunod. After sa mouth, when the food is swallowed, it enters the esophagus. And this is your esophagus, no, as shown on the screen. The esophagus, a long muscular tube that starts from the back of the throat and ends in the stomach. No? As you notice, no? Murag may mga buot pod ang ato ang mga food nganong mudritso-dritso man sa stomach. Musa may rason nganong murag mudritso-dritso ra pod ang food patubang sa stomach. The food is pushed down the esophagus into the stomach by rhythmic wave-like muscles, movement known as peristalsis. So may mga muscles na dira sa atong esophagus, class, na sa kung diin gatabang siya og push down sa pagkaon patubang sa stomach. Then the food then travel to the stomach. The stomach is a muscular pouch, murag sudlanan, na made up of muscles that secretes gastric juice. So, ang gastric juice na po danin niya, class, mao na po'y mutabang sa stomach para matunaw ang imuhang pagkaon. In the stomach, the food is broken down into smaller pieces. Na-grind na, na-cut na into pieces sa mouth, ikadto na sa atong esophagus, sa stomach pa jud. Si stomach, iya pa jong i-cut into smaller pieces, i-broken down into smaller pieces ang imong mga pagkaon. Again, with the help of the gastric juice. The gastric juice in the stomach act on the food and split protein and fats. Now, the food goes to the small intestine after sa stomach. This small intestine is a 7-meter coiled long tube. No, taasa no? 7-meter coiled long tube in the lower abdomen where the food is finally digested and absorbed. Yes, dili di ay sa stomach matabo ang last nga pagtunaw sa pagkaon, kundi diri sa small intestine. Again, the small intestine matabo ang final digestion. So kato mga nutrients nato diri na ni makuha, no, ug muipon siya sa blood. Okay, sa tabang sa small intestine. Anay mga parts din ha sa small intestine nga ga-absorb sa mga nutrients ug para maipon dito sa atoang blood. Again, in the small intestine happens the final digestion of the food. Now, what happened for those food na undigested? Meaning, wala dyan siya natunaw. No, pagkuha sa nutrients, naman gining mabilin, di ba? So, diin man maadto ang mga undigested food. The undigested food goes to the large intestine. So, muna po ning ubra ni large intestine. Again, wala na'y matunaw or wala na'y digestion matabo sa large intestine. Kundi, ang katong mga wala natunaw nga mga pagkaon, mukadto sa large intestine. And aside from that, the large intestine also stores water. Na ay mga tubig po dira. No? Temporary storage of the water. No? So, mauni siyang itsura sa atong large intestine. The feces o katong mga hugaw na to class, which are the waste product of digestion, are stored in the lower part of the large intestine. Katong mga hugaw na to, dira na siya moadto sa lower part sa atong large intestine called rectum. Rectum is still part of your large intestine. And then diin man mugawas ang atuang what part of the digestive system mugawas ang atuang waste or ang feces. Okay, very good. Sa anus. The rectum stores this waste until it eliminated through the anus. Mugawas ang atuang mga hugaw sa anus. So that's it, no? That is how digestion happens, no? Inside your body by the help of the digestive system. So for you to understand better, now let us answer the what's more part of your module. This could be found on page 20. So again, let us identify the organs in the illustration. No? Number 1, what's that? Correct, the mouth. Number 2, what's that? Correct, the stomach. Number 3, correct, the large intestine. How about number 4? Correct, the small intestine. And number 5, very good, the anus. Oy, bansaya na sa ko mga estudyante ba? Okay, let's have the what I have learned part of the module. This could be found on page 21. Again, isulti lang ang sabat. Ayaw na isulat. Okay, you are given words here. All you have to do is to fill in the blanks using these words. Let's start. The process of breaking down the food that can be absorbed for the use of the body is called digestion. Correct. Digestion starts in the blank. Mouth. Very good. The blank as an enzyme moisten the food. Ptyalin. Very good. From the mouth, the food enters the blank, a long muscular tube that starts from the back of your throat. Esophagus. Very good. The food then travels to the blank where it is broken down into smaller pieces. Correct. Stomach. The food is pushed down the esophagus into the stomach by rhythmic wave-like movement known as peristalsis. Very good. The food goes to the blank, a 7-meter coiled long tube in the lower abdomen where final digestion takes place. Correct. The small intestine. Undigested food goes to the large intestine. Very good. The undigested food is eliminated through the anus. Very good. Again, read all together. Go. The process of breaking down the food that can be absorbed for the use of the body is called digestion. Digestion starts in the mouth. The thiolin, as an enzyme, moistens the food. From the mouth, the food enters the esophagus, a long muscular tube that starts from the back of your throat. The food then travels to the stomach, where it is broken down into smaller pieces. The food is pushed down the esophagus into the stomach by rhythmic wave-like movements known as peristalsis. The food goes to the small intestine, a 7-meter coiled long tube in the lower abdomen where final digestion takes place. Undigested food goes to the large intestine. The undigested food is eliminated through the anus. Okay, let's have the what I can do part can be found on page 21 of your module. So, dili na isulat ang answer class ha, isulti na lang. Okay, let's have number 1. Maha accidentally swallowed the santol seed. What do you think will happen to the seed as it reaches the small intestine? Mutubo ba? No? Ang liso sa sulod sa tiyan? Of course not. Matunaw ba? Santol seed remains undigested even it reaches the small intestine. It will just be eliminated through your anus. Okay? Dili siya matunaw, dito siya matubo. So again, santol seed will not be digested. It will just be eliminated through your anus. That's why you have to be careful in eating fruits with seeds, just like santol. So, di siya ma-digest. Okay, kay gahion siya, pero basig masakitan kang tiyan kung matulunin mo siya. So, bawal gina siya dapat tulon. Dong mugawas naman na siya, no? Pero basig kung tulunin mo na, masakitan ra ka og tiyan. Next, why do you need to chew the food well? Nganong imuha man siyang usapon jud kung maayo ang pagkaon? Because chewing your food well can help in the smooth digestion and nutrient absorption. When you chew your food properly, your body releases digestive enzymes in the stomach that help to break down food so that your body can convert it into energy. So kung dili na nimo sa usapon og maayo plus mabudlayan na og tunaw ang imuhang digestive system. So sa teeth pa lang daan nimo, sa mouth pa lang, i-grind na nimo siya og tudo kay para pag-abot sa stomach, dali na lang pud niya pag-digest until moadto sa small intestine. So again, I will not give your additional activities as your assignment. We will answer your additional activities today because I know your lesson is quite heavy. No, I know that because 3 lessons, 3 body system in 1 week, it's quite heavy. So that's why only assessment part will be answered by you and will be submitted and to be submitted on Friday. Additional activities, the what I can do part, and all other parts of the module will be answered na lang here, all together, That's why dili na nato na siya pag ipasa pa. Okay, ang tanan nga na-ansira na nato. Okay, the additional activities could be found on page 22 of your module. Now, put check under yes column if the statement agrees with the function of each organ of the digestive system and check under the no column if not. Okay, let's start. The organ, mouth. Function, it is where the food is chewed and cut into smaller pieces. Yes or no? Correct. Yes. In mouth starts the digestion. Esophagus. Esophagus is the passageway for air. Yes or no? Of course, no. Go to the large intestine, particularly in the lower part of it called rectum until it is released. Next, rectum. Rectum, it is where the food enters. Kuno mo, agi ang pagkaon. course, no, sa mouth mo agi ang pagkaon. Small intestine, it is where the final digestion of food takes place. Yes or no? Correct. Yes. And I know you've got a very good score on this activity. Good job. Now, what will you do, class, no, to keep the parts of your digestive, your skeletal system, and the tegumentary system work well? Huh? Para masigurado jud nga gagana o maayo ang pag-function sa mga parts sa ato ang mga body systems like skeletal system, the integumentary system, and digestive system. What will you do? Kung sa may obrahon nimo? Yes, eating nutritious foods and do regular exercise will keep the parts of your body system such as skeletal, integumentary, and digestive system work well. Now, if you do this, what value are you showing? Yes, being healthy. Very good. Okay, this time, let's see if you really have learned our lesson for this week. Please get 1/4 sheet of paper. So, maura gyud ni ang imong ipasa sa Friday class ha. Dili na ko mudawat og lain-lain pang papel. 1/4 lang. Okay? Ako anang i-record kinsa ang wala ga-follow sa instructions. So 1/4 lang sa assessment lang jud ang ipasa nga papel sa Friday. Your assessment could be found on page 22 of your module. Ready? So please get your 1/4 sheet of paper now. Write your name, your grade, and section. Ang uban ba gapasa og papel? Wala gabutang pangalan. So, paano kung na mabalaan nga imuha na? Also, write the week number at the top of your paper. Butangig Science 6, Week 1, Quarter 2. Okay? Kung gusto ka butangan pag yun mong topic, pwede po. Butangig topic ng digestive system, integumentary system, and skeletal system. Basta, may timan-anan lang ko kung kang kinsa na nga papel o kung ang kasong masagol sa uban nga subject, mauli Japon, no? Sa kung diin siya dapat mabutang. Okay? Kaysa sa way pangalan, yung wala po'y unsa nga subject, wala po nakabutang. Diba? So, please do it now. Okay, ready? So, I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes to answer your assessment. Okay? Your time starts now. Okay, time is up, class. This time, I will let you copy your answers in your notebook. Okay? Kopyahon mo imong answer dira sa imong papel padung sa imong notebook. Kay sunod si Mana, chika nato ang imuhang assessment. At least, kabalo na ka pila imong score. Kay kanang 1/4 class, dili ko pa mangguna machikan dayon. It's because muha pa na siyang ginatanggong pila ka semana before na muwaon ang inyong papel. That's why madugayan pa jud na. So that's why para kabalo ka pila imong score, kopyahon na lang nimo daan ang imong answers dira sa imong notebook. So I will give you time to copy your assessment answers in your notebook. Okay, your time starts now. Okay, reminder lang class ha. For Science 6, Quarter 2, Week 1, Module 1, only 1/4 sheet of paper lang ang isubmit. Ang assessment lang na part. Ang katong part nga atong gipang-ansira na, especially katong mga additional activities nato, no? Atong mga what's more, no? And then what I can do part sa inyong module, dili na to ipasa. Ang kana ra yung assessment. Ako agi nang i-record kinsa na ang gasubmit og mga one whole pa, no? Buti pa sa ana, wala gid na gapamati sa ato ang video. Okay, this time I will let you copy in your notebook some important concepts, no, in our lesson for this week. Okay? So please get your science notebook now and copy the things that you can see here on screen. Your time starts now. In case ma-erase ang imong mga videos class, no? Ang tanan videos sa kinder, grade 1, nasa sa grade 6 sa Escalante Central Elementary School, naara sa www.ss.info. Kung gusto nimo malantaw tanan nga mga video lessons nato since quarter 1 hasta karon, pwede nimo na siya malantaw sa amoang official website. Okay, just visit the official website of Escalante Central Elementary School, www.ss.info. Don't forget to tune in the Radyo Atraca, no, for all the RBI instructions in all subject areas from kinder to grade 6. May mga video lessons pod class nga giobra nga to ang Central Office, ang DepEd Central Office, no? Kini ginapa-air sa DepEd TV IBC 13. Kung makuha man lang sa inyong channel, no, pwede mo kalantaw pod sa mga video lessons in all subject areas. Kung ma-miss nimo class sa mga video lessons sa IBC 13, kini gina-upload pod sa DepEd Central Office sa ilahang DepEd TV official YouTube channel. Okay? For you to keep updated, please subscribe to the channel. Okay? So we have also offline and online kamustahan class. So if you have questions, please do text or chat me, no? So that I could answer your queries about our lesson. You can contact me every Wednesday, 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. If you want to watch my video lessons class in science from the first quarter up to now, please visit my YouTube channel. No? If you want to watch in advance my video lessons, please subscribe to my channel, no? For you to keep updated for my video lessons in science. Okay? I usually uploaded my video lesson for the following week, no, every Thursday or Friday night. No? So, pwede nimo na siya malantaw para ahead na ka or mana kay idea kung unsa ato ang iklase pagkasunod semana. So again, please subscribe to my channel, Tutorial by Sir Raymond. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, that's all for this week, class. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for participating. See you next week. Always remember, stay home, stay safe.